Mr. Yo, the Sheep Lord.
I got my blade fully exposed like Lulu's left shoulder. How many more times do I have to tell ya? Condense the flame like Waka before it expires and put it inside of. Come walk with me like fire. I'm a model for hire like Violet Myers. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. I'm in the top 3%. 3 Emcees, baby. That's it. That's the text. Did you even read my text? Drop down there, right there, and turn at the next corner. I will be your guide like walkthrough. Tony Hawk is a pro skateboarder. 3 musketeers with muskets like Chad Muska. You must prepare to be put in shackles. Ryan Sheckler shackled Shaquille and Mariah in an all-black Mariah. I never tire like a tire. Stab ya and then I retire.
You idiot.
Polar opposites, only magnets contract. Stone, stoic minds of poet. Potency, potential, lifted, wisdom, gifted. Shifted into gear, the range of dosage. You can see it on your face, make more makeup than a porn star. Clones ain't classic, massive passages, passing laws. Hard levels, true dribble, Madeline's at the time. I drink gasoline and spit flames. Straight spit, so sick, gravity fails. I'm from these towns like gravity falls. Mortuary and bobbing, I'm sick and alive. It get beat down for not coughing in your sleep. Mr. Yo,
I scribble like jam written using one of your ribs sharpened. Kid, the rain was purple. A riddle, Edward Nigma. In the night like wing, I hear them talking. A fling eventually turned into a thing. I keep a sling, blade hidden like Billy Bob Thornton. At Wrigley, winter fresh like Wrigley with Ridley. Crystals like Billy, Mr. Yo, goat like Billy. In school I was a bully, verbally. For some reason, not many people like me, and still to this day. I like that feeling. Your mom hit me up and said I hurt your feelings.
y'all soft like burger buns. Can't flat jack a pack mat. Slap and crack, lose the mass jack. Slow slide flows roll. I got chronic to smoke. Tightly, nicely speaking my mind. Grab past your prime. I dime. Throw salt in the wound. Drop your poop on SoundCloud. I'm renowned. Combs no. Sheepish to little chaos. When I display odds. Crazy cycle around microphones. Made phasers, turn down phasers. Got them tapped like faders. Wooden sabers like Vader. I'm major with status. Kill tracks solo like Gladys. Glad you could play us like the madness. I'm a gladiator with a knife. Strike strife, nice and trife. Marvel at the gambles. You don't handle well, get thrown out the house. Fuck it, just chuck it. Quit your buck in the trance. We're nearing the end, here's the end credits. So you wanna charge your credit or debit? Or do you need a medic? Yeah, I said it. Crash or clash. Crash or clash.
In the fuselage, fossils were lodged. Large lozengers logged passengers passing the passenger log. I'll log off the app services right about now. Come here, we need to have a little talk. We'll put the biggest tits on the cover to attract more customers. One sales representative said to the other, I got a custom rim job on the Impala that I picked up from the impound. Maya Bijou put on about 20 pounds, maybe 30. I'm 30 for 30 with the facts like a documentary. Meant to be eccentric, not to be flippant, but you might have a mental illness. I'm ill, kid. Elks shed their antlers annually. I'm permanent like Penn. Tell the teller.
Opening the sacred gate is a double-edged sword. I should have known my replication technique would have repercussions. And her. How did she open the gate so far when she hasn't even been trained?
Put you in a camera bright, you can't even hard my drive. Fuck around, pop the pussy live, making your mind thrive. Got it like OnlyFans, Emcees don't even know the jam. I'm sick when I ran, I'm intoxicated by your markish. Can't even rip mics out your darkish. I'm sick as gold sarcophagus, get buried. Ninja, monkey, lion, check how I'm rhyming. I'm never ever doing it defiant. I am a lion, I am the sheep in the wolves clothing. Rip mics out your store, y'all don't even know it. Pour rain and you die. Pour rain and you die. Pour rain and you die. Pour rain and you die.
I score on the double like bubble. I can see into the dark depths of your soul like Hubble. At the center of the universe, Miss Universe waves with rings like soul on her fingers. Behind the scenes like Milton Finger. Ice cream in my butterfinger, but how do you figure? Skater like figure. Blades protrude from the bottom of my shoes like fucking Tanya Harding. I fucking like my girl's trashy. Cigarettes line the ashtray. Present the PowerPoint for a grade, even though she already earned it the other way. Cockroaches in the rice cake, confetti was the cake. The semester ends next term for good, find the square root. I tie the tightrope to your foot, the executioner wears a hood. Tight like pink and misunderstood. Mr. Yo is the proverbial wordsmith. Check the inheritance like Anna Nicole Smith. You have a weird fucking name like Xander, spelled with an X. I am afraid we have never met. She had a barbed wire tattoo around her bicep. I'm the kid man like Nicole, I'm cold. Katie Holmes is a horrible actress. There, I said it. But she looks alright, depending on the lighting. I shine bright, irregardless of the lighting.
Blaze 'em, I raise 'em, underground pays 'em. Under his mantis comes when I enchant this. Plant this out Spanish, run through your gambits. Motherfuckers dimming it, tits some more lavish. Underground, chill 'em, I thrill 'em, to bill 'em. You ain't gotta shape 'em, my flows, I murder drill 'em. Have you running game, the gun, you pull the brains out. Motherfuckers dimming it, tits some more hangouts. Y'all don't even feel it when I take a breath. Murder your death, you're deader than the mind meddling. Motherfuckers, you rattling, battling. Motherfuckers, you ain't to the tattling, to the battling. Diddy mattling, killing nigga the fattling. Underground with the jazz hands, a battle. Planes matter, rains. Hit you with the Zata rains, Zata tans. Hit you with the Zata clans. I'm a Zeta before you play your Alpha to you. Omega weapon, we checking the techniques. Skinny, we feel the OB. I'm unique when I speak. Underground technique, weapon, we arm the feet. See me through the dark eyes, daffodil. Killing niggas after meals, bath pills. Bash with the massive deals. I got the massive appeal. Check it, it's a daily operation. Once I come and start, and ain't no turning back like the clock strikes 12.
Did the rainbow disappear?
No. No! I had no choice. I had to do it or I couldn't continue living. What else was I supposed to do? Tell me, how should I have lived in this screwed up world where everything is painful? Take me. Take me like you took Janucci. I'm ready.
I can't take you.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Help me. Save me from this world.
Light fades in a tunnel. Ray Tossum went to a magical girl like Asuka and asked her, "Why do you wear glasses if you don't have to? I like to." Flowers in a bowl started to wither. We spoon like Reese Withers. Big name like Renee Zellweger. Mr. Yo and Sheep Lord.
Did you do that? What was that?
did you do that? What was that?
Check out my unit, you fucking eunuch. I'm unique. Snow falls in flakes. We had plans to hang out, and you flaked. If you actually think that I have any interest in seeing you again, you're fucked in the head. Mr. Yo bled, and they all clapped happily because it was finally happening. Heracles never suffered defeat. Her hair was tailed in the middle. The trickster swindled. Poison arrows dipped in a deadly substance ripped the fabric of his tunic. A cloak soaked drenched was given as a gift from the injured to the wife of the shooter. The robe of Jesus kid fits a little loose. Oof. I put my remaining change in her purse. Her lips were pursed. Enamored with this amorous feeling, I can feel it fleeing, seeping from my being like porous. Hera is the goddess of marriage. Ancestral ancestors, clandestine flower-hanging baskets I bask in. A basque for women. Ray toss 'em. Lolls in the garden with a pomegranate.
I'm gonna go in and try these on and see what I think. Don't make a move until I come out. And don't drop the boxes. Got it? I'm serious! Don't come over here! I will kill you.
I reload, caulk your bathroom. You ain't got shit but a commode. My flow unloads. Undergrads already know they can't pass the test without graduating to the best. I'm the best even now. Can't even check to that. I script pins and pals. Destroy minds. Unloading the grind. Pressing time. Making minds. You can't even time it. I'm past your rhyme bit. Uncork it like a screw top. Rip through your clock. Stops. As not what they do. As what they can do for you. Y'all can't get screwed. I lose y'all crews. Open up like doors. Y'all ain't got shit for fucking whores. I'm cold. Frosty. I burn Emcees down. Nothing but ashes. Check the track for the dust. When I bust. SH double. Y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know. Let him, I read him to reread him to let him, the motherfucker daring it to the left to right. You in a game to blow it, I put down your brain cells. Motherfuckers ain't here to start shit. Speaking to reeking, you motherfucker leading to bleeding. I'm coming out of focus, so kill a nigga the course. Hit you like a rhyme, a graffiti on the wall. The playing, displaying, rhyme bond, the million fuckers. John Mayerin, how you running gaming in? I'm John Legend in, I'm running Satan in, I'm blazing maiden in. You ain't praising in, I'm a president, y'all a resident. I'm the dentist, pulling your teeth out. Emcees don't even have to mention this when I leave your gold and silver plaques burnt down to rust.
Fucking. Two black snakes entangled on the cane I walk with. I'm Asclepius with a limp in his 50s, kicking it like flip. They come to my place of practice to practice. Interactive interaction. Intermit. I doctor the documents. Doctor like Nasser. Check the Vin Diesel. Inner asshole like Nasser. Yes, sir, I'm an asshole. No, I don't listen to Nasir. Look here, sir, I'm Cavalier Eternal with the sword that'll pierce your dermis. Olympian swing, my bars are uneven. Titus with the blade made of hardened water. You ask, how is that even possible? I'm popular. My sweatshirt ain't even saturated, bro, and it's in the high 80s. Humid and sticky. I've trained my person to withstand heat, so I get cold when I take off a layer. Cold when I layer. Come lay here and take off a layer. In my layer, I'm a shade like Meliager.
When it strikes, it's like you never saw it coming, or the running you can handle won't be ample for a cunning sly escape. Apply the brakes and buy a cave and bake a magic trick. Be wise to lie awake or you might break and take a tragic hit. Tragic shit, the type where family emotions show, exposed like rows of stone and abalone when the ocean's low. A broken nose to take the focus off your frozen toes. I'm hoping that the moping slow, so coping with these chosen woes is most important. No supporting all this cowardice. I'm sure you'll call it thoughtless, though it's awkward, call it how it is. While scores of morbid mortals form a border just to bounce to this. Sheep lord keeps scores of all the broads, each hole we count the chicks. While counterfeit clowns and shit talking maggots won't get back in line and practice that or snap like a faggot spine. And that's when we're acting kind and packing wine in dusty crates. Got busty rape victims itching just to crush these grapes and musty pages. Stages now it gauges our development. We rage and shout and scream and clean the cages out like elephants. With elements of elegance we're staying relevant. So yo kids listen up, don't give a fuck like staying celibate.
We act independent, this isn't a drill, spit flames like the game is on the line. I'm out my mind, so divide by time. I'm imitating Emcees by my vocal tone. Hear about it all day on TMZ. Gotta be ultimate like a breakbeat king. Read me like telepathy, checking me is like an empathy. Take 'em, enemy armies, dropping on these kaijus, who knew? Refuse to lose, I refuse orders, catching the quarters. Gotta have these beats like Illuminati. Drop mine, sip my tea on time. Living off my acres, few amused. I'm a Miles Morales, an aesthetic shot is a milestone. Entering stone, listen to stone. Cold steam music, so just use it like the medicine the doctors tell you to take. I'ma steal your heart and sell it for rent like you owe me something.
Sorry about that. It's really packed in there. Who wanted the cheeseburger?
Thanks, I'll pay you back later. Hey look, there's that girl.
Huh?
Come on, don't play dumb. You told us that she was your type, so we arranged this.
But I don't...
Look at that short skirt. She knows she's got sexy legs. So just go over there and tell her she's got great legs. Come on, go for it.
Hi there. You've got beautiful legs. What? Your legs. They're really nice. Oh.
Stupid pervert.
Just wanna be there for you and me. I just wanna be there. Hear me when I speak. I just wanna be there for you and me. I just wanna be there. Hear me when I speak. I just wanna be there for you and me. I just wanna be there. We will fly away on these wings of change. No, we can't stay. We will fly away.
Every time, fingertips. Every time, me too.
things of change. No, we can't stay. We will fly away.
Put your fingertips up. I blaze it, I put an amazement. I take the phasement, you're asking. I'm coming with classics, I passion. Cashing me, draft 'em, I back 'em. Put your 3-card Murray up. Y'all corrupt, dusty, I bust with flows of custard. Accustomed when I flush 'em down your toilet. This ain't a spoiler, this a fact. I rip mics and come best be bad.
And every time, fingertips. Every time, me too.
Hear me when I speak. I just wanna be there for you and me. I just wanna be there. Hear me when I speak. I just wanna be there for you and me. I just wanna be there.
Such a blatant disrespect of privacy. The nerve of some people is appalling.
Demonic hordes of domesticated zombies eat brains blended in a blender. I'm time traveling with a ruler like Blendin Blanding. You're bland like white rice. Kid, I'm Spanish. Bridget B demanded. Ran through the time trials. The ass of my sword is fatter than Capri Styles. A wonderful rhymer disguised in Ra's al Ghul's attire. The head of a mogul. Big bucks like Star. Son, control command. Alt delete. The fox leaped. Do you copy me, Commander? I repeat, do you copy me? Over? We read ya, just hang in there. Static then replace the air. Reaching for something that isn't there. The troops donned suits and disappeared. She had ribbons in her hair. The tongue slayer, tungsten steel filleter. Ribs impeded the flow of the river. I'm the dam to your system. At the epicenter, I glimmer. Might just hit the shimmy when I'm off the liquor. Filled with so much hatred and anger, I'm here to scare you like Crow. Calmer than a clamshell. Forged fire shells fell from a rifle after being fired in Iowa. I dress like a yoga instructor. Mr. Yo takes advantage of his clientele. I hate to tell ya. Boss like baby, the CEO of the century. Sheep lords the least of your concerns and worries when Mr. Yo's involved in the general scheme of tactics. Check the schematics. Carve slashes on my body like Victor Zaz's for every body. Resourceful with the swords, I'm otherworldly. Baritone tone phosphorescent, flow so cold I glow brighter than photons. Address me by my numerical values. I'm a murder like Maxwell, glitched out in the CPU.
Y'all can get it. I BMX like Travis Pastrana. Rip mics at your partner. Y'all thinking I'm drinking, I'm inking pens. Got you shifting, whipping, trying to transfer data like a hard drive. My smart's live, got you Encyclopedia Brown. You can't connect the dots, check the town. Flow all around, thermal take. I whip mics out your sperm bank. Y'all trying to rob this shit like a sperm bank. Ain't got no deposit, can't even see how I whip mics out your savings account or even in your closet. Doubt the clout, nice when I reroute the flow. I rip mics even in at the show. Y'all punching, I'm dumping the motherfucker there in the test. Check my cadence, I rip mics out your patience. Put you down in the cell, can't even announce and yell. I rip mics in your brain cells dwell. Y'all get open like chest freezes. I'm the best even now. Y'all can check the flow, expose your mind. Can't even write down the dough. Got it cooking like bakeries. Check the tasties, the pasties. Trying to be flexible, ain't checkable. Seeing red, rampant, ram, dodge, bon voyage, bon voyage. Bang slang will bring the tank, bang slang. I made your mind around. You ain't got shit, but you slang. I could burn it down to a La Costa Nostra flows. I'm Moser, you ain't got shit, but you Cobra. I'm psychosomatic, my lyrics and minds about it. You ain't got shit, but you magic. You wanna do the game, I got the gauntlet. Locked up, drop your noxus. Y'all flush like toilets. MCs don't even got shit to spoil it. Words be heard around worlds. I got rhymes that'll hit you with curls. Y'all ain't feeling the furlough. I put down your Merlot. Your Merlin ain't shit to curdling. I'm battling words and the verbs and the merge and diversion. How you with the right to fight the light heights? I went into game to go with. Checking my telepathy. Think you ain't got the weaponry. My mind's amenity.
What is that around your neck?
You mean this? It's very precious to me. It's just a replica, but the person most important to me has one just like it. By the way, Akira,
Yeah?
how long you gonna keep copping a feel? Oh, baby.
The mermaid made lady made and made an Elatus located east of Egypt. The ladybugs bugged the patrons, patriot like Mel Gibson, little like Gideon, getting it. I enact and act like NAFTA, react faster, nuclear reactor, nuclear reactant, reluctant. I mind my own business and my mind's for business. Michael Sarah in Syria. Sarah sips Sierra Mist. Miss Seraphim ascends to the heavens. Mr. Yon Sheep Lord R, the saddest sadists. Oh my, no you didn't. Comply complacent, complicit. Are you decent? No, I'm indecent. Indie like Anna, arc like Angel, things like Stranger. Mr. Yon Sheep Lord R, inclined to return the favor. Reclined in my favorite recliner, reline the liner of my inline skates. Inline I wait, incels involuntarily do not date. It's peculiar and weird how I rip mics out like hair. Nair, near, automata, idiot, baka, correct, proper.
A boy who somehow has the power to prevent other powers from working. Of all things.
Don't get all finicky. I'm privy to the situation like Mikey. Revel in my criminal activity. Mr. Yo in the Air Force like Nike. My heart longs for thee. Call out my shots like spot remover. No, I don't need a drink holder. Just hand me my order. 16 years or older to get your permit. She had the natural curls with the perm, Puma suede, fur print, Ichigo chained wallet. No drama, no problem. My body will blossom into a flower like Narcissus. Narcissist, lily in the river entices me into the other nymphs where I drown a classic death like Macbeth, the Duchess of Malfi. Mac 11 with the silencer suppresses the kick like grip on the trigger finger. I'm Agent 47 with the hits. Man, I come correct. Ray Tossum calls collect to collect. The dawning of a new civilization. Your bank information is implanted. I type like 90 words a minute. Mr. Yo sits down to record like a secretary. All black like Mike Singletary, cherries and berries. Wild like Nigel Thornberry. I drive the bus with all its occupants. I drive the bus with all its occupants into the brush. A fire erupts in the forest. I'm Forrest with a developmental team of software programmers in a remote location, vacuum sealed lab projecting deterministic reconstructions of events based off of an algorithm. Kiefer Sutherland in Dark City, getting to the bottom of it. You cave like Plato. I plateau.
I'm thematic with my rat at the batic. I gotta put it till you pull it. You see, you gotta put these words together. You ain't feeling flows like a Beretta. I'm underground, colder. I'm colder than foliage, crystals. Check your flows and pistols. Y'all apostles. I'm a demolisher. I'm a murderer, lyrical mind blender. Transmitted topia. Check my topics. I bleed the dry. Look at your optics. You ain't got shit. You like a washer and dryer, always together.
Always together, it's the three MCs, believe me G, I'm speaking freely, easily complete this piece and leave the scene and preach to people needfully about my need for leaving heaps of steaming feces neatly in the bleachers while the preacher speaks, teaching freaks how to walk the streets and talk and speak and stalk and seek these awkward creeps who surely thought they bought them cheap for sordid deeds and all their needs they thought they'd leave me gone and free before the week is gone. At dawn's they're pawning so her daughter eats.
Well, whatever. I'll give it to her later. What are you just standing around for? backup. What? Oh!
It's an acquired taste. Weaponry checking your mentality. You ain't got shit, broke your back like Bing did the bat. I'd rather pat, rid of pat. You ain't shit in the fact. You motherfuckers triple time, I kill your mind. You ain't got shit, but I pass it on. For you, it's the same thing, slaying for gaining. You ain't feeling the flows how you was tamed. I'ma reign supreme. Fire scorch the sky every motherfucking day. Take flight. You ain't see me, I hide. I'm just the 1 terabyte hard drive. Chrome to keep spiking in these Floridian countries. Weaponry's all to punch these. You ain't feeling it? I'm a hero, so don't even stay spilling it. Sick when I'm villainous. I got these rappers looking like a book club, all hidden. I'm running through the gauntlet gaming. With the mics I just chaining. Y'all got loose lips. I can hard tie this bitch. My flow's looking like, boy, fuck this shit.
I customized that bike for myself. It's too wild. You couldn't handle it.
I don't see how you can ride something crazy like that, man.
I could. If you want it so bad, then steal one yourself.
Stay out of my lane like Cody. Mr. Yo shines bright like Sunny. I'm in the chase like Vicky and Corey. Across the Pacific like Toby. My attire is all black like Tori. Baby, you can be my muse like Mandy. I'm at the Maddie O'Reilly Auto Parts store for a single windshield wiper. Swipe it like Swiper. Against my skin like diamond. Darker than Jennifer. Kid, my flow is Lauren Phillips. Man, how I handle. Bars like a handle. Lips like a labia when I spit like Cytherea. Evil angel evangelist, the sun transits. Sagittarius sacrilege, the sacrament. Coagulation starts to begin the healing process. Electromagnetic elements with uranium enrichment imbued my weapons. I don't make the points, I am the point made. The sire instructs the maid. Mr. Yo, in a chamber like maid. May tie like Lily, my tie silly. In the sky like Vina, over Vienna are stars like Bobby. Fucking, on the mic, I'm the director. Might ride it like a bicycle. I'm sickor, sicker than you and yours. Sick with the sickle and swords I twirl. Sick, in italics, in brackets. The water was brackish. My back breaks and I replace it. Sick mundas create us.
Don't ask, and you wonder why. This is why I don't reply, and you wonder why. Don't ask why, and you wonder why. Don't ask why, and you wonder why. Don't ask, and you wonder why. This is why I don't reply, and you wonder why. Don't ask why, and you wonder why. Don't ask why, and you wonder why. On the recliner, like Mr. Yo, my flow, punching, knocking, ripping mics out your tox, whipping to destroy in the mind, the battle of Troya. You fuck around, my flow is killing and annoy you. You know my flow is around battling clones. Hit you like TP off the mind alone. Motherfucker stay climb, my guns around, my blind, but Einstein, a mind finder. How you running Gleam Gliner? Clip it, y'all don't want that smoke, I rip it. Foot through your mental, blast your dental. Christopher Columbus, you ain't got classics. I already discovered America, check the chariot. I battle and killing Emcees again like you marrying. You ain't feeling the flow, this a 6-man weapon. Destroy Emcees, y'all niggas know I'm programming. Put you with the Python, C plus icon. Y'all try to get that, I got that JavaScript encoded. My flow is like Google, check the flowing.
I don't know the reason why, so I wonder. You tell me lies and you wonder why I don't trust you. It could be something as minuscule. I've been the same since middle school. I hold a lot of mini swords. Mini driver, Minneapolis, Minnesota, snowed in. Edward, snowed in. Pressed up like Pat Bev, cold as a bev. Kid on a private island, she plays with my privates. Private like pile, piles of pylons in the aisles, I might have to. Cobble in the hedges, you see the couple in the hedges. She kept it trim like the hedges, hog like Sonic the Hedges. I'm fucking Lane with the Navi. I'm fucking Lane on the Navi. I'm fucking Lane in the Navi. Serial, cerebral, Mr. Yo and Sheep Lord are wired into the network where telecommunications don't work.
Got him like White Claw in a bra, stuffed in between her breasts. She taking 2 cocks to the chest. Too hot to handle, too cold to behold. I chose the globe as I froze. The Olympics only come once every 4 years. The plumber only comes when he's called. Next time something happens, y'all gonna be closed captions. Check how I'm rapping, too staunch to dap 'em. She still sucks her dick like she's 300 pounds and hungry. No corona reports during this blood sport. Most chicks wear lashes. It's current fashion. Get mashed like buttons at the arcade. Don't say that's too passe. I don't speak on shit I don't know. Not 2 fucks given.
I'm the illest, free written. What comes to me gets
not
written.
2 fucks given. Not 2 fucks given. Not 2 fucks given.
If I wanted to write infinitely, I could. But does infinity have a limit? According to its definition, it doesn't. How long does it take an average person to write a sentence? Some compose at a rate quicker than others. A human body decomposes at rates depending on how they were handled, if they were preserved or not. I serve as a precursor. The mouse led the cursor. A mouse burrows. I'm William S. Burroughs with the visuals. At night, the pastor gives vigils. Walking like Virgil through hellholes, handheld mobile phones radiate waves that penetrate bone. Liquid flow with chunks in it like marrow. May we go? Maybe later. The Cape Crusader, curbside with Rachel. Pantyhose ripped, hose ripped in the pantry. Incels get antsy. An ant can carry 50 times its weight. Work with me efficiently or nothing will get achieved. I'm all that in a bag of chips. Pickled was the tongue of the shaman in the jungles of the Amazon. It is lush. The cocoa plant extract poured out of the processor a little too fast. The plant attendants couldn't contain it. The rest of the patrons watched in awe during the tour of the wasted waste plant on a planet that is wasting. One must think fast. We boarded a tram that went into the atmosphere and had no destination or time of arrival. A keen mind is not always partial to survival. Matter collides in a particle accelerator. You struggle to do the right thing. I keep a log of these things similar to a diary, dates and everything. Have the telemarketer repeat the numbers back to me. If that was an attempt to make a person vanish, it failed. I flail a flail. The grouper was impaled during mid-swim. I can't really swim.
Hope give you anything, just need to make me want to. You know you give me many things, these features make me want you. It's on you, it's strong too, so what you wanna do, I'm making on the inside, this grim vibe makes me long for you. On to new things you do, things confusing, the blues king who writes stuff, I'm tied up like shoestrings. While you sing your pop songs, I drop bombs and watch long cutscenes and cut green and cop bongs. I've got strong deep feelings, keep dealing with obstacles, gotta pull it through and keep healing. Keep peeling back layers and make the most before it fades like the layers of vapor.
Remember to grab me some napkins. I don't really feel like getting up, so you are going to have to. I suppose I could just let all this shit slide onto the floor and not pick it up. Would you rather me do that, or what? Let me know because I am still waiting. Crushed like candy, my blade is great and long like an odachi. Cut you laterally and diagonally, longitude lines, mine run every which way. Connect the dots like dipping, I don't just dip in. Mr. Yo stays till it's finished. The fish like Swedish, we're Finnish like something from Finland. Finn is French for the end. I speak English. Talking to most women makes me pissed.
Quiet days, I'm amazed by the solitude, and oh, by the way, I was raised by a solid dude. I've got morals, so hey, let's not quarrel. My impatience is as human as it gets, not floral. You've got your bottle, I've got waddles and acacias. You've got your friends to borrow, I'm a model man of nature. So find the balance, quite the challenge, yeah I know. But you'll find a higher wide by the gallon where I go. At least I do, I keep my views loosely open. If I wanna seek abuse, I'll peep the news loosely coping. In my bubble, skim the trouble to a minimum. As far as arguments, I'll pardon them, I'm used to winning them. But for me it's never been a competition, never been on a mission, but you seem to wanna listen. To me it's worth it to converse it to the death. It seems absurd to say if words emerges, nurse it with a breath.
Man, I take what the fuck I want, I do what the fuck I want. Them motherfuckers asking bullshit, I do what the fuck I want. Anytime I whip mics, I do what the fuck I want. I wake up in the morning, fucking take a piss. I don't give a fuck, I do what the fuck I want. I'm a fifth dimensional being, come full circle, born dead. Had to rise to the 7 months in the year 1981. Massive surgeries made me nervous, Iron Circus been had my back. Family went hard, knocked with a kid from Jamaica, Queens. Moms and pops had good jobs. Moved us to Syracuse, New York. I refused to lose, getting accused. Took to schooling with skills ruled. Special with needs, so I used resources. Also courses, been bars, since health courses. These sponsors was detached, that tracheostomy. Out of middle school, up high school, in 9th grade. Shit got set back, so I reacted and rebooted my life. From walking and dancing, discovered my pen game is nasty. Been free, style and beat the best they had. Soon enough, sent demos into Def Jam. Got rejected and kept at it like a blacksmith. Dusted, must busted, never rusted. Went from suitable student to another potential leprechaun. Snatch heads off the block, ripping, discovered in red rooms. Deadly shows, minds of food, not even know. Went from names I used to use. I'm always the best even now. Y'all clowns will make a room. I don't make up a more natural, actual facts.
In the past I went to muck the time of solace. Now I've lost a big part of me, I grieve like I'm a Wallace. What kind of scholar finds $1 and rejoices? Snatch $1 from a scholar as he hollers and rejoices. Man, these choices that I've made have made it hard. I could say I'll wait with patience, I'm afraid I played that card. Faded fast as a viable excuse, now I'm pliable. A ruse for all I'm liable to lose. I've had a taste and it was both sweet and bitter. I'm not one to just lay down and drown, except defeat a quitter. So with a bow I politely leave the stage. A man who handles bars wisely like he needs a cage.